18 years ago, the Eastern Conference Finals came down to the Pacers and Bulls in a Game 7 in Chicago. Plenty of familiar faces on the floor. Reggie Miller had 22. Steve Kerr, 11 points, 3 threes. Oh, and Michael Jordan. It often came down to him. Michael Jordan had 28. Bulls win 88-83 and went on to beat Utah for their 6th title of the 1990s. And right on cue, Reggie's with us from Oakland, where he'll be a crucial part of the TNT broadcast tonight. Reggie, you played in 5 Game 7s. Most, but not all, the players on both sides tonight have been through at least one of them before. How important is having gone through it?
Well, number one, why are you going to bring up those old painful wounds from '98? Because, you fast forward to 2016, I still think about that Game 7. We are up 6. There is a jump ball between Rick Smits and Scottie Pippen on the Bulls side of the floor. If we win that tip and score, we go up 8. I like our chances. It was a little under 4 minutes left. They win the tip. Steve Kerr hits a 3, and you know who, that black cat finished us off after that. So I remember those certain plays, and you remember things like that going down the stretch. And you look at both of these teams, Game 7, you throw out all the statistics. You could talk about all the game planning. Both of these teams are very familiar with one another. It really comes down, and Sam and Bones can attest to this, who wants it more? Who's going to be the more desperate team? Down 3-1, Golden State has fought themselves back to tie this series. You think being here in the comforts of Oracle, it's going to do them well? But it's going to be an interesting game for Game 7, guys.
Well, we're sorry to have picked at that particular scab, Reggie, but moving forward, the Thunder are now the underdogs on the road, having missed the opportunity to close this out at home. The more correctable problem for them tonight, splashing by the Warriors or imploding in the fourth quarter if it's close?
Well, you hope there's not back-to-back games of implosion. To me, ball movement is going to be key. And it was almost backwards because in Game 6, everyone talks about the hero ball between Durant and Westbrook, your turn, my turn. To me, in the Game 7 situation on the road, you want your superstars to be in that attack mode because most of the role players or the others, they're not used to this type of atmosphere where your superstars are. At home, that's when the others play better. So that's why it was a little head scratching that they had the hero ball at home, because you want Adams and Robertson and Dion Waiters. You want those guys involved in that home atmosphere. But on the road and in a Game 7, I want Westbrook and I want Durant to be in attack mode.
Reggie, I'm glad you touched on this point. Take us through the mindset of the star players in Golden State locker room and in OKC. What are these guys thinking about? Because myself and Brent, we were role players, and as you said, our moment to shine was at home. But now you're on the road in the Game 7. I played in 2 Game 7s with you, both on the road. And I remember a conversation Vern said to you, Vern Fleming said. He said, it doesn't matter if we win or lose this game. You better take 30 shots. If we're going to lose, our star players got to go out and give us the best chance to win. Take us through the mentality right now, what these 4 players are thinking about.
Sam, you're 100% right, because on the road, your best player, your superstar, your star players, they're used to this type of atmosphere. They want that. They embrace that. So, in Game 6, 20 of 58 combined from Westbrook and Durant. 1 of 13 from downtown, and they both had 8 of the 15 turnovers for the Thunder. But scratch that and throw that out the window. I don't care about that, because what I want for one game, for you two to be at your best, because as we saw in Game 6 from Clay and Steph, when your 2 best players perform well on the road, then the others can be involved, like Andre Iguodala with the big steal and laying down the stretch, like Draymond Green finally finding his offense, like Bogut now being a factor in the middle. When your stars perform well on the road, like we saw in Game 6 between Curry and Thompson, everyone gets involved. So if I'm Westbrook, if I'm Durant, 100 miles an hour going straight forward, and everyone will fall in line.
Well, Reggie, I know you've sat courtside for 5 of these games. You missed Game 6, but your spirit was there because Klay Thompson played in that game. I'm wondering, in the games that you've watched, Reggie, just on the coaching side of things, has there been a bit of confidence restored with what Steve has talked about going into the series and stayed with during the series. It doesn't seem that they've changed too much of either the rotation or how he's going to play the bench or how they're attacking OKC, that they've stuck with an original game plan and found the confidence as games have gone on to get to this point where Game 7 is at home.
Bones, what's scary is, in my opinion, I still don't believe Golden State has played their best game. They played well in pockets, but they have not played a complete 48-minute game. And you go to Game 6, they were down 13 points at one point, and then Klay Thompson went ballistic and bazonkers and went crazy from behind the three. He alone kept the Warriors in that ball game, which allowed Steph to get going in the second half. We have not seen a 48-minute game from Golden State. It's Game 7. It's not given, obviously, that it's here in Oracle, but if they can put a 48-minute game, 73 wins, they've been the best team all season, it could be lights out.
Reggie, Steve Kerr indicated in the off day that he is not likely to start Andre Iguodala in Game 7, but it certainly seems like he would be likely to go to him sooner rather than later, as he did back in Game 6. What kind of a luxury is he for the Warriors coming off their bench?
Well, Harrison Barnes starts on Kevin Durant, but who's been the Durant stopper has been Andre Iguodala. Long hands, active, really takes away the angles of Kevin Durant. And you look about the plays down the stretch that Andre made, the strip on Westbrook, the left-hand lay-in, and I believe he was the one guy setting the screen that allowed Steph Curry to knock down that three. It's a guy that does so many things for your team. And the small ball, the uh-oh lineup as it's been called here in the Bay Area from Golden State, that's all attributed to Andre Iguodala and his ability to do everything on the floor to allow Steph and Klay to run off those screens down low.
3 steals in the final few minutes of Game 6, just huge for the Warriors. It's Game 7, Reg. I don't want you to get nervous, so a little advice here. Just get out there, be yourself, talk your game.
I'm going to be relaxed. I'm a little bit hesitant, but this is going to be fun. There's nothing like a Game 7 in any sports.
Going to be great. Look forward to it. Thanks for the time, Reg.
Thank you, guys.